This is the new Sony ULT Field 1 portable wireless Bluetooth speaker, and it's one of the best designed portable speakers on the market today. And this is the monster ULT Field 7 wireless party speaker, the ULT Field 1's behemoth bigger brother, with enough power to fill the room and be the star of the show. Let's talk specs and features, see how they sound, and compare them both to find out which one is best for you. If at the end of the video you decide you want to buy one of these speakers, I put links in the description which takes you right to Sony and helps support the channel. Let's start off with the ULT Field 1, which I think is going to be perfect for anyone using it in a personal gym, maybe out in the backyard as you barbecue, or on your bike when you hit the trails. Because of its small stature at only 8 inches wide and its lightweight at a little over a pound, it's the perfect solution when portability is key, and the detachable multi-way strap makes it easy to carry or attach to whatever belongings you've got with you. It's perfect for the beach as it's not only IP67 waterproof and dustproof, but it's even shockproof so it can withstand some abuse from being knocked around when traveling. The body is wrapped in a mesh-like material with the ends sealed off with rubber caps. It's a brilliant design, and the last thing you'll be worried about is damaging it in your luggage or baggage. At the time of this video, it retails for $129 and comes in a few colors to match your personality, including black, orange, forest gray, and off-white, which I have today. On the top from left to right, we've got a power button with a small charge light that glows orange when charging, a Bluetooth button for pairing, a play-pause button that can also answer a phone call because yes, you can use the speaker to take calls, and with the built-in echo-canceling technology, at least in my test, the calls are crisp, clear, and have no audio dropouts. We then have a minus and plus button to control the volume, and finally an alt button that'll light up when you have alt mode activated, which when combined with the side passive radiators, enhances the sound with better bass response. Sony says inside the unit is a tweeter and woofer, and I tried to look inside with the flash from my phone, but it's really hard to see anything. I do believe I could see the tweeter, and according to the Sony site, the tweeter is about a ½ inch in diameter, with the woofer being 3 by 1.5 inches. And finally, on the back, you can pull out this rubber cap to find the USB-C charging port. It uses a sound diffusion processor which expands sound in any space with built-in DSP, and you can use stereo pair to link a pair of these together to get a more immersive stereo image. Wherever you use it, just keep in mind the speakers only face one direction, which is on the same side as the logo, so whether laid flat or on its side, face the speaker accordingly. Once fully charged, you can get up to a 12-hour battery life based on how loud or how hard you push it. This brings us to the ULT Field 7 wireless portable speaker or party speaker, and if you're looking for something to get loud and full of energy, this is the one for you. Now, back in the day, I used to get with my friends and have rap parties where we'd freestyle to beats all night long, and this would have been fantastic to have back then. It is absolutely a party speaker in every sense and will fill the room with music. The speaker retails for $499 at the time of this video and only comes in one color, black. Things it has in common with the ULT Field 1, it's IP67 waterproof and dustproof, so it would still work for the beach or other outdoor activities. You can lay it down horizontally or vertically, whatever you prefer. Just keep in mind, like the Field 1, these speakers face a single direction, which is the same side with the Sony logo, and you can also link up another speaker for a stereo pair, or go as far as to link up to 100 compatible speakers through Party Connect in the app. It's also wrapped in a mesh-like material with rubber ends, except this model has extended rubber ends with easy-to-grip handles, so it's easy to pick up and carry. Along the top, you'll find almost the exact same setup as before. We have a power button on the left, followed by a Bluetooth button, a play-pause button, a minus and plus button to control volume, and finally another alt button to switch sound modes. Pressing it once enters Alt 1 mode, which has deeper, lower frequency bass, while pressing it again enters Alt 2 mode, which has more punchy bass, and out of the two, I find Alt 1 to be too boomy and overpowering, while Alt 2 gives you a nice bass boost, but with more presence all across the spectrum, and overall, I prefer it over Alt 1 and the default custom mode, where the Alt light would remain off. Now, the one benefit to custom mode is that you can access a 7-band EQ in the Sony Music Center app to tailor the sound to your liking, but I just think Alt 2 is the way to go and will most likely provide the best listening experience. Inside the mesh layer is what Sony calls their X-balanced speaker unit, which consists of two almost 2-inch tweeters on the outsides with two 4.5 by 4.5 inch rectangular woofers in the middle. Those rectangular shaped woofers combined with the large passive radiators on the ends mean bigger and better bass response, and with Sony's sound field optimization means the music pumping out of the ULT Field 7 is going to be clear and powerful, especially in ULT 2 mode. It's also got an assortment of ambient light modes which light up along those passive radiators and can be changed in the app, though personally I like to keep them off because 1, they're not really that noticeable in the first place depending on how you have the Field 7 positioned, and 2, while the battery promises up to a 30-hour charge, keeping those lights on will deplete the battery faster. On the backside, we'll find a large rubber door which has a lot more going on than the Field 1's single charging port. On the top left, you'll find a light button which toggles the ambient lighting on and off. Then we have a battery button which engages battery care mode to help preserve battery life. Under that is your power connection port so you can plug in and charge up the speaker. Next to that is a USB Type-A port where you can either play music from a USB stick or charge your devices. And then we have an audio in jack, which in 2024 I'd imagine everyone is using Bluetooth, but it's there just in case. And then we have a few options to really liven up the party. Starting with a 1/4-inch microphone / guitar input and volume knob. Yes, you can connect a guitar and play along and use it as a makeshift amp, or sing along to your favorite songs and karaoke, or even start your dream DJ career and host the party, or at least pretend to be one for one night. There's a guitar button to press should you connect one, and an echo button which has 3 echo modes so you can add a little bit of reverb to your voice. Here's an example of Echo 1, and no, we're not talking about the Echo Disney Plus show based on a deaf superhero who used to work for Kingpin. This is Echo 2. Now, how many of y'all old heads like me remember Echo the Dolphin on Sega Genesis? And this is Echo 3. I've got no more Echo references, but at least you have an idea of how the different Echo modes sound. And finally, we have key control, which lets you change the pitch of the music you're listening to. Here's an example. I'm not really sure why anybody would use this. I've never done karaoke myself, so if you guys know how this could be helpful, let me know in the comments below. This speaker comes in at a hefty width of about 20 inches with a depth of about 8 or 9 inches and weighs in at around 14 pounds. Now let's do a few sound comparisons between the two models. We're going to start off by putting the volume at 50%, then walking into this room from another room using the built-in microphone on my camera to give you an idea of the differences. Now I'm going to use my professional microphone and audio interface to record a few samples of music through each speaker, and while it won't be a perfect test because I have to switch back and forth, it should still give you a nice representation, and my studio microphone should pick up a lot more of the frequency spectrum than my camera's built-in mic. Let me know what you think after watching this video, and if you're sold, which of these speakers you're going to buy. If you appreciated this video, consider not only hitting that subscribe button and notification bell, but using my links in the description to help support the channel, and let me know if there's anything you'd like to see me review. That's going to wrap things up for today. I'll see you next time.